the beginning of the semester, I almost spent more than $450 on textbooks that I haven't used much at all. These textbooks I've seen you guys fret over. I know this applies to you guys because I've heard your stories, and I've heard how much you spend and how much you could have spent. These overwhelming prices of textbooks should be free to students with intended majors, allowing the students to concentrate on studies and not on how they should torrent a book. I will continue to talk about this topic in 3 parts. The problem being overpriced books, the cause being the authors having no consideration on textbook prices and their publishers wanting more bang for their buck, and then I will talk about the solution, being free books. To begin, the problem of these books. The price I would have paid for my college books would have paid for another class. The outrageous prices that are set by the publisher are too overwhelming to the average 4-year college student. My composition books were supposed to be $122.19 and $53.86 on Amazon, and then the $53 one I have not used. It is a workbook that I just have not gotten to. My speech book would have been $144.43, also on Amazon, and then thankfully I didn't need one for college algebra, although I did look up a price and it would have been about $100. Finding any college book is surprisingly easy to find online, especially if you want to buy it. Finding PDFs of the book is just as easy, although not considered legal. It is something not seen by the public eye and can be easily done. I actually almost accidentally downloaded one, but upon further research and a little Googling and some common sense, I realized that it is only legal if it is published after 1923 and was not a PDF given from the government. So what's preventing this from becoming cheaper? To eliminate borrowing or renting, the publishers tend to try to come out with a different book each year or every other year and call it an edition of a book. My comp teacher, when she gives us assignment, she tells us our assignment could be a page or 2 off. I didn't even do the correct edition of the book for this class, which could have saved me $10 or $15. Publishers include a lot more in a book than some teachers may use. The publishers have to pay anyone credited in a book, especially if it is a poetry collection or specialized major book, and sometimes includes an online companion that students may not even use. And so, that's bad, right? Well, if we eliminate the price for students, rent out books, or even made only one edition of a book, we could eliminate the price of the book. We could spend more money getting our education, more money to hang out, more money for groceries, more money for necessities. Elimination of the price will allow the student to take more classes with the money that they would have spent on books. If you needed 1 book per class and you have 4 classes, each book was maybe $75 to $80, you would pay maybe $300 to $320, which would go into paying another class. For brief history, the inflation of books since 1920s has almost doubled. My uncle went to college in the 1980s, and he said that his father went to college in the early 1940s. Back then, books weren't even $10. For him, it was maybe $30 to $45, what made the publishers almost double the price on textbooks. In conclusion, the overwhelming price of college textbooks are now increasing to almost the price of the class, and really needs to be dealt with. To review my points, my college books could have paid for another class, or could have gone to my dorming in the fall, or just my lunch and food, necessities. Publishers making unnecessary hassle to make people pay more money for newer dishes and for new books, and eliminating the borrowing rule. Eliminating the price could help the newer generations to focus on their studying more and not worry about the price. In conclusion, the price of books and the hassle of publishers haggling these students for money has gone too far. Back in the day, or the 1920s, it didn't even cost you more than $1,000 if you chose the right major. What makes it right that we are spending the amount on books for the education, and one to however many years it takes you to get the degree of choice?